Well, 16 years after the first complaint was filed, the Paris prosecutor's office has dismissed a case on chlordecone, which is a pesticide that's been widely used in banana plantations in Martinique and Guadeloupe for nearly 2 decades. That toxic pesticide, then believed to have contaminated around 90% of the population there, according to French officials. And with many still paying a high price, local associations have vowed to appeal that decision, as Lauren Bain explains in this Focus report.
These luscious green banana plants are a vital resource for the French West Indies. They are also at the center of France's chlordecone scandal. Juliette Peloponnes has lived near this banana plantation her entire life and worked on this farm for 45 years.
This blue netting is used to protect the fruit.
But today, she still suffers from being exposed to chlordecone.
They were these small granules, small white granules. But we handled them like this, without gloves. We didn't know that it was dangerous. I had problems with my thyroid and colon because of the chlordecone.
From 1972 to 1993, the pesticide was used on banana plantations in Martinique and Guadeloupe, despite being banned in the U.S. in 1977 for causing health problems. The chemical has been linked to thyroid disease, birth defects, and notably prostate cancer.
The chlordecone didn't just remain in the banana farms, it also contaminated the groundwater and also left remnants in the soil.
Because it's so difficult to decontaminate the soil and groundwater, experts say that the chemical can remain in the environment for a few decades or even up to 6 centuries.
I arrived on this land in January of 2005, and it had only bananas. It was a big banana farm. And in some places, wherever there was a banana, there's chlordecone.
Abdul grows a variety of fruit on his farm, but in order to ensure they're safe, he conducts several tests.
Here there is certainly chlordecone in the soil, and we know that it spreads 5 to 10 centimeters around the base of the trunk, but we don't know why it doesn't spread to the rest of the plant. Here's the fruit. In any case, it doesn't have chlordecone. We can eat it without fear.
France's Food Safety Agency advises against eating produce from contaminated areas.
For this particular plum, we did not detect chlordecone, neither in the leaves or in the fruit, and yet on the ground we had 0.6 to 1.4 milligrams of chlordecone per kilogram of dry soil. Same with the papaya. No presence of chlordecone in the fruit, but in the soil there was. The poison is still there. We are still suffering the consequences, and we are told that there's a statute of limitations. Well, no.
Due to its extensive use, an estimated 92% of Martinicans have been exposed to the pesticide.
Pour exiger justice et puis réparation. Justice et réparation.
After years of trying to get the state to take responsibility, a French court has dismissed the case, citing that the accusations of poisoning were past the statute of limitations. They did acknowledge that the pesticide's use could be considered a health crisis. Victims are appealing the ruling, calling it a miscarriage of justice. The activists plan to take their case all the way to the European Court of Human Rights if the French government fails to respond.
Well, that brings you up to speed once again, but do stay tuned to France 24. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes with another look at the day's top stories.